Hey friends, I'm so glad you joined us again for Wendy's Resin Lab, where science meets creativity. Let's see what's cooking up in the lab today.
Hey there, welcome in to Wendy's Resin Lab. Pull up the chair and stay a while. Hey there, we're glad you're here, so pull up the chair and stay a while.
Today I've got some really cute things planned. I got an octopus mold. There's 2 of them in there. And I'm going to try 2 different techniques to make this octopus. One of them I saw where you could paint on your mold. You could paint your mica powder directly on your mold instead of mixing it with your resin. So I thought for one octopus I could paint the mold, and for the other octopus I could just mix the powder up with the resin and see which one turns out the best. I'm also going to take those and I'm going to use them to create coasters. I got a lot of new epoxy resin colors today, and I got 24 of them in this box, so we're going to try those out and see what they look like. And I thought that I would use black and make it the bottom of the coaster, and then once my octopi came out, I would put them on it and then cover them up with clear, maybe put some pearls or something that look like bubbles around them. The other thing that I want to try tonight is I want to try correcting an unfortunate whoopsie-doo that you may have seen on one of my shorts, where I got a big bubble under this flower because I didn't seal the flower. So I took some of these and I painted them with Mod Podge and sealed them up, and we are going to try and make the keychain with that flower and see how that one goes. All right, let's mix up some resin and get started. Did I hear you mention
lab results? Lab results.
I think I heard somebody say it. It's time for some lab results on our last video. You remember the last video? We made the 2 keychains of Sally, my doggy sister, and we went down and had a reveal with Sally, and I gave those keychains to Mama and Papa, so I don't have them here to grade tonight, but I thought we might let Sally score those. So Sally, if you're listening, what would you give the keychain score out of 10? I think she said 10 out of 10, guys. Yay! I know they were super duper cute. And honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between which picture was Mod Podged, and is that a word? Mod Podged. Which one had Mod Podge on it and which one did not. So I think that with photographs like that, maybe we could get away without using it. So, I don't ever want to forget to say, don't forget your safety gear. Wear your nitrile gloves and wear your respirator. Somebody might ask, why nitrile gloves as opposed to latex? Well, apparently resin will eat through latex. So make sure you get nitrile gloves and make sure you have your respirator. So I took my 2 octopus molds, and the first one I painted with a blue mica powder. I tried to get into the tentacles really good, but it was kind of tiny in there, so it was a little bit more difficult. And so then I took my clear resin and I poured in there, and then I took my toothpick and I went through each tentacle to make sure that all the resin would get all the way to the end of the tentacles. And I had to wipe off a little bit excess. And I poured a little bit more just to top it off. And then I took my clear resin and I mixed up the blue mica powder with it. So my second octopus, I poured the blue straight in there that was already mixed. And I took the toothpick and I went through its tentacles as well, and then poured a little bit extra to top it off. All right, so there was nothing else to do with those tonight, so I wanted to use up the rest of the blue, so I made another skull keychain. And then I took my flower coaster molds and I put this blue holographic glitter in there. It gets everywhere, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I poured a little bit of clear into each of the 2 so that I could kind of mix it up so it wouldn't float. because I wanted it to stay on the bottom of the coaster. So once I did that, then I mixed up some black, and I started to mix up some black. And I say started because it was a brand new bottle and it wasn't open. I had to snip the end off it. So anyway, I got it mixed up, and it wasn't quite as dark as I wanted it to be. So I had to add just a little bit more. And then I added a little bit of black mica powder to it as well. And then I was happy with what I was seeing. So after that, I poured that into my coaster molds. And I made sure that there weren't any bubbles. And I took my little tool and started trying to go over the holographic glitter. Now I am taking my my pink flowers, and that I had sealed up with Mod Podge, and I'm putting them down into a keychain mold. I'm pouring some clear over it, and then I'm going to push it down in there with my tweezers because it was trying to stick up just a little bit out of the resin. So I pushed it down and then poured a little more clear resin on top. Hey friends, welcome back. We have let our resin sit for a day. It's not time to demold yet, so it didn't come out in the sunshine, but we're gonna look at them. So first of all, for our little flower keychain, I see that it did raise up out of the resin just a little bit. You can see around the edges. So it'll be interesting when we take this out to see what we got and whether this is a whoopsie-doo or whether it is something that we can keep. So I'm going to set that to the side. These guys we have to demold today so that we can put them in our flower molds and decorate them. So I can't wait to see if all these tentacles come out. And remember, for this one over here we brushed the mica powder on, and this one over here we did not. So let's take this guy out and let's look at him. The blue's coming with him, so that's something positive. Oh, try to be gentle. I don't want to break any of his tentacles. All right, well, he came out. Look at him. He is super duper cute. And the blue shows up really well, better than I expected it to. So yay, he looks great. Okay, well, let's take out this one. This one, remember, we mixed up the mica powder. Let's get these tentacles out so we don't break anything. All right, let's turn him over. Okay, so if we compare them side by side, he's definitely darker. So the mica powder mixed in makes him darker. But this guy, the details really show on him a whole lot more than they do on this one. So I think with these tiny molds like that, brushing the mica powder on the mold might be the way to go to give us more detail. And I'll tell you this, here's my practice when I tried, and I did paint the mica on, so this is that same octopus. So yeah, you can definitely see more details in this one than you can in this one. So hey, lesson learned. We do experiments in the lab, and for this kind of mold, our best bet is going to be to paint the mica powder in with a brush before we pour clear on top of it. So that's a good thing to know. And I think that for our coasters here, that I might go ahead and use the one where I painted the mica instead of the one where I mixed it in. So we're going to put these right here, and I'm going to add in some pearls and some things to make it look like bubbles in there, I think, before I pour clear on top of it. So stay tuned. I'm going to get my safety gear, mix up my resin, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so for tonight's pour, I'm going to put my octopi in my flower coasters. And then I'm going to take this box that has flowers in it. It has some pearls in it. And I'm going to pick up a few pearls and put them in here. And I probably will have to move them once I put the clear in, so I wasn't really worried about where they went right now. And so I just picked 5 up and put them in each, and then I poured clear resin over top of the octopus, and then I took my tweezers and I moved the pearls where I wanted them to be, so it would kind of look like bubbles rising up from the octopus. And sorry, my hand's in the way. All right, and that was about it for those 2. Hey friends, good evening and welcome to another reveal time. I love this time of day. The sunlight is just so pretty, and it makes these resin art specimens really sparkle. And so today is time to demold our flower keychain and our octopus coasters. So without further ado, let's start with this one. So remember that I said that the flowers had kind of risen to the surface a little bit. So let's get it out of the mold and just see what that means. Okay, so here is the keychain and we're going to demold that. Should be fairly simple to demold it. Okay, so we got on the back side, we got the pink flowers. They look really pretty. And on the flip side, you know, you can see straight through it. So I do see some bubbles under the flowers. So on the back side, I see some bubbles. Do you guys see it? So I don't think that's going to get a really good score when we score that. And the front of it, guys, I'm afraid to say it, but I think this might be a whoopsie-doo.
Whoopsie-doo, whoopsie-doo, I made a mess of you. Whoopsie-doo, whoopsie-doo, still kinda cute for 2.
So before I turn this over and let you see it, I want you to recall that we started out by calling this a coaster, and it was going to be an octopus inside of the coaster. Well, let me introduce you to our new octopus paperweight, because you can't put a cup on top of there. He's sticking out of the top. So I made a big mistake, and I forgot that, you know, 3-dimensional objects take up 3-dimensional space. And not only with this one, but this one as well. He's even worse. So, hey, these are gorgeous, gorgeous paperweights. So let's demold them and see what they look like. I'm really glad that I decided to put that blue holographic glitter on the back. Wow, that is stuck. That does not want to let go of my mold. On two sides, it doesn't want to let go. I wonder what I did. Oh, guys, this one might be a whoopsie-doo all the way around. What in the world did I do? I bet, you know what I bet I did? I bet I got my heat gun too close to the mold, and I bet I burn it. That is not a good thing. Puggles, you always come up at the time when I'm not having a good reveal. Oh my gosh, this is awful. I hope the whoopsie-doo music is playing. Well, he looks great. We got another visitor, Bill. Bill, what's up, girl? Y'all meet Bill. She's the only one you haven't met. She stays under the porch where it's nice and cool. She doesn't like it to be hot, do you, Bill? You don't like it to be hot. What do you think about my octopus? What do you think? Turned your nose at it? Yeah. Okay. Well, Oh my gosh, look at the back of it. That looks so cool. The front. Oh, you couldn't sit it down and put a drink on this side, and you couldn't put a drink on this side because it's stuck up. But you could definitely hold down some paper with that, or just set him up. He could be cute. He could just be a cute little addition to your desk. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about getting that off the sides of it. Oh, that makes me mad. I did that. All right, well, let's open the other one, or demold the other one, and see what it looks like. Okay, this one's coming out right. Oh, there's one spot. Go around and get all the rest of the sides. Okay, so maybe the heat gun is not a good fit for me. Maybe I just need to keep on using the lighter, because I had no idea I was getting that this close to them and actually melting my molds. All right, so let's look at him. He is he's very fierce looking. He's sticking up quite a bit out of it. So if I hadn't poured the black layer as thick as I did, then he would have plenty of space. I love the little pearl bubbles. That's cute. That's cute. And I love this back side. I think I love the back side more than I love the front. No, I like the octopus. I just have to pour my black layer really a lot thinner than what it is. So, octopus paperweights, guys. Well, I don't know about getting the mold off of it, but I'm going to show you something. I just wanted to do a cup test to see if this would hold a cup, and that's pretty sturdy. As long as the cup is big enough to go over the octopus, it could still be used as a coaster. But you could use it as a fancy paperweight. I just think he looks cool. So I think we need to do a do-over on the octopus coaster. He is a great looking whoopsie-doo though. That's for sure.